The most dangerous threat to humanity. It's not what you think. Have you ever wondered why some people ignore clear facts, even when the truth is right in front of them? Why do governments and leaders sometimes make decisions that are obviously harmful to everyone? It's frustrating, isn't it? But what if I told you that this isn't just about ignorance? What if the real problem runs deeper than just a lack of knowledge? Stay with me because today we're diving into a powerful idea that could change the way you see the world. The dangerous power of stupidity. We all encounter situations where people blindly follow misinformation or refuse to acknowledge simple truths. But why does this happen? One man who studied this deeply was Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a theologian, pastor, and resistance fighter in Nazi Germany. While imprisoned in 1943 for opposing the Nazis, Bonhoeffer reflected on how an intelligent society had allowed itself to fall into cruelty and destruction. His conclusion: the biggest threat to humanity isn't just evil, it's stupidity. And before you think this is just about history, take a look around. Fake news, conspiracy theories, blind loyalty to corrupt leaders. Bonhoeffer's insights are more relevant today than ever. So, what exactly did he mean by stupidity, and why is it such a powerful force? Stupidity. More than just a lack of intelligence. When we hear the word stupid, we often think of someone who isn't smart. But Bonhoeffer had a different view. He believed that stupidity isn't about intelligence. It's a state of mind where people stop thinking critically. It happens when individuals surrender their ability to reason and instead follow authority or the majority, no matter how absurd their beliefs become. And the scariest part? Stupidity isn't just a personal problem. It spreads. It's a social issue influenced by propaganda, fear, and peer pressure. When people choose comfort and conformity over independent thought, they become easy to manipulate. That's why leaders who seek power often encourage stupidity. Keeps people obedient. Why stupidity is more dangerous than evil. Bonhoeffer argued that stupidity is a greater threat to goodness than evil itself. Why? Because evil can be fought against. We can expose lies, protest, and resist bad leaders. But stupidity is like an invisible wall. No amount of logic or reasoning can break through to someone who refuses to think. In fact, the more you challenge them, the more they dig in their heels, believing they're right. This is why bad leaders thrive on keeping their followers uninformed and emotionally driven. When people stop questioning, they become blind supporters of harmful ideas. The psychology of conformity and herd mentality. The frightening reality is that many of us are more prone to this type of thinking than we realize. Social psychologist Solomon Asch conducted an experiment in 1951 that proved just how powerful peer pressure is. In his study, participants were asked simple questions about the length of lines. But here's the catch. Some participants were secretly working with the experimenters and purposely gave wrong answers. The shocking result? About 75% of real participants followed the group and gave incorrect answers at least once, even when the truth was obvious. Why did they do this? Fear of standing out. The desire to fit in. This experiment reveals why entire societies can fall into dangerous patterns. When people stop trusting their own judgment, they become easy to manipulate. Breaking free from stupidity. What we can do so. If stupidity is so dangerous, how do we fight it? Bonhoeffer believed that education alone isn't enough. Instead, he identified 3 key solutions. Develop critical thinking. Don't believe everything you hear. Always question the source, look for evidence, and think for yourself. When something doesn't make sense, investigate before accepting it. Take responsibility. Understand that your actions and choices matter. Don't just follow the crowd. Be aware of how your beliefs and decisions impact others. Have courage. It's not easy to stand against popular opinion, but real change only happens when people dare to challenge misinformation and manipulation. The truth often isn't comfortable, but it's necessary. Are you ready to stand up against stupidity? The world today is full of distractions, misinformation, and pressure to conform. But if we want to build a better future, we must break free from blind acceptance and start thinking independently. It's not always easy, but remember, every great change in history started with individuals who refused to follow the crowd. So what will you choose? Will you question, think, and challenge the status quo? Or will you let others decide what's true for you? The choice is yours. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going and build a community of independent thinkers. See you in the next video.